Mary gave half my speech with my resume, so we can forego that. But I'm not local in the sense that I don't live here, but I do live 30 miles up the road, so I live fairly close. But I would like, the opportunity to give you a perspective. I also would give a disclaimer that Inergy is actually my competitor in the retail side of the business. I'm not here because they're my favorite company, but for the benefit of the entire propane business. And what's happening in the Northeast United States and what we're looking at in energy security and the future of this country, I feel this is a very important issue that needs to be addressed, and I think we have a golden opportunity here. Nationwide, 60 million consumers use propane in a wide variety of ways, ranging from home heating to commercial mowing. Propane is the primary energy source for 8 million households in the United States. Here in New York State, approximately 350 million gallons are consumed each year in homes, factories, businesses, farms, and as a motor fuel. 238,000 households in the state are heated by propane, and approximately 1,700 employees or New Yorkers are employed in the propane industry. Locally, 25% of the homes in Schuyler County are heated with propane, according to the Census Bureau. That's a fairly high percentage as far as the state goes, but obviously it's pretty prevalent within this area. Our nation's propane supplies comes from domestic sources almost entirely. In fact, about 94% of the total odorized propane, the kind that will be delivered into the market from this Finger Lakes facility, is domestically produced. 100% of it could come from North America if projects such as the Finger Lakes project were allowed to go forward. We have an opportunity here with propane to be completely independent of foreign oil or offshore oil from offshore locations. Propane is a light hydrocarbon. I don't want to bore you with the statistics of it and everything else, but light hydrocarbons tend to be more environmentally friendly than their cousins, the heavier hydrocarbons. I cannot predict the future, however, I feel that for national security again, for economic security, and for environmental protection, we need to transition away from imported heavy hydrocarbons. Short of that expected transition, we are also seeing growing demand for propane in the Northeast as homeowners switch from oil, as farmers grow more grain crops, and as tourists in the wine industry put more demand on local supplies. And something that I just thought of as I came in tonight, you have two school districts in this area. Trumansburg and Penn Yan are switching their buses to propane. So again, they're already saving about 25% of their fuel costs by switching to propane, but this savings will disappear if we can't get it to them economically. The Northeast has always been short of storage, and the consumers in the Northeast have paid for that storage with higher fuel costs. This area has been blessed with geological formations that are conducive to the underground storage of propane. There are already 3 such storage sites in the area, as well as many natural gas storage sites. In recent research, and again I'm chairing the National Centennial Celebration Project because the propane industry is 100 years old this coming year. In proofing a book that's going to come out next year, I noted the fact that in 1950, they indicated there were already 75 such storage facilities as what's being proposed here, already in service. So that's since 1950, there were 75 such facilities. With a proven track record of over 60 years of safe storage, and with the technological advances made in recent decades, and with the existing wells located here adjacent to the TEPCO pipeline, and with excellent rail transportation, I feel that this area is an ideal location for this project. I expect that most of the product will be brought in and shipped out via rail and pipeline. You're not going to see the trucks that people are touting, in my opinion. I feel confident that this project will eliminate the need for historical trucking that has taken place moving product from the TEPCO system to 2 local storage facilities. How many trucks have gone into your facility just this summer? And, not to your benefit, but I don't see that happening once this project is done. So that's going to cut summer truck traffic. Propane is a clean fuel that is not a greenhouse gas when released to the air. I won't get into that, but many of the concerns expressed over the proposed storage facility relate to the possible groundwater contamination by a harmful chemical. It should be helpful to know that propane is a non-toxic chemical that does not dissolve in water, and it boils at -44 degrees below zero. It will not contaminate the water. There's just absolutely no truth to anything that they're saying. So it's impossible for propane to contaminate or otherwise adversely affect the water supply, contrary to what you're being told by others. Every economy needs to diversify its tax base to assure continued local employment and revenue to meet the needs of its citizens. I think this project offers many benefits to the local population that other communities in this area, I know my area, would love to have this. In my view, and for all these reasons, I think it would be very unwise to forego the numerous benefits of this exceptional energy source because of the concerns that are neither rooted in science nor informed by decades of history with respect to safe underground storage and facilities quite similar to what's being proposed here. And I guess I'll take questions afterwards.